All right, good morning. Today is Friday, July 28th. And as usual, we'll be going over analysis for US 30, gold, and EU. So again, once again, I'm logged into US 30 positions in the automated account because we had this sell right here yesterday. And this buy that just fired. So I think I'll just end up the day at break even again. And this is only on the automated account because I have other accounts that I haven't automated. But for me, I am still biased for sales on US 30. You can see yesterday we had this drop right here. For me, the overall what I'm looking for this sell on the daily, right? So I'd mentioned the sell on the daily and I'd mentioned three entries. One was based off of the breakout scanner and it gave a sell yesterday. However, I did mention I don't take any trades, or I prefer not to take any trades that show up about 2 to 3. So let's say mid New York. So about 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. till 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, because during that period, that's mid New York to mid Asia, and you just have a lot of red flags in such a trade. So for this particular trade, it came up at around what I think this was 5 p.m. or 4 p.m. I forget when it came up. So it was literally in the threshold that I do not trade, and I've literally gotten burnt before trying to trade when I'm not supposed to trade. So if I do take such, because there are times I take such trades, I'm aware that I can easily get faked out. So I'll either use half the percentage or half the risk I would normally use, or I would double my TP and stop loss. So in this case here, since this is the hourly, and this is what was one of the entries I was talking about that I can take, and because this hourly entries I mentioned, I would be going for 150 pips TP and stop loss. So if I was taking this trade and I did not take it, for me, my sell entry on US 30 is somewhere around here, because I entered at this hourly bearish low yesterday before price melted down. But if I was taking this trade and it's during the times that I do not trade, and if I normally do, and this is the hourly, right? So the hourly, I said I would be doing 150 pips TP and stop loss. You can see you could have easily gotten stopped out of this trade. So if I was taking it, if I literally felt a need to take it, I would have gone for 300 pips TP or stop loss. But again, right, that's just going against my rules. So for me, I don't trade between 3 and 11 p.m. If I do decide to trade, I'm aware that I can get faked out, and I've literally gotten burnt by that before. So this trade, as much as it came in during the hours we normally, or I ask you guys not to trade. So anyway, that sell did come. The other entry I was looking for was the sell entry on the 1 hour time frame. So this one hasn't come up yet, right? The sell entry on the hourly time frame using the crosses indicator, that sell hasn't come up yet. The other sell I was waiting for on US 30 was the daily time frame, getting a sell on the daily time frame, and you can see we have not gotten that yet. So I did mention yesterday that this sell might come in either Sunday or Monday, and you can see where price is at. So yesterday price literally came to retest the 9 EMA on the daily, and then that's where we're rejecting from. So next week, either Monday or Tuesday, I do see that sell signal firing on the daily time frame for US 30. So if you ask me, only one of the entries came up, but it came up during the hours we do not, or I ask you guys not to trade. So nobody should, unless you were ready to take up that risk for trading during fake out hours. There wasn't any sell entry for US 30. For gold, I did talk about a reversal yesterday for gold and EU. I didn't take it, but for anyone who took it, we got that entry yesterday. So 50, looking for buyers only, since this is 5 minute. Delay is 159, close. Area of interest here, 150 pip threshold. So the buy on gold came up yesterday, and it would have gone ahead and hit full TP, because this is the entry right here. For gold, I normally do 100 pips TP and stop loss. So this one would have gone straight to TP, ideally with little to no, ideally no drawdown. So that would have gone straight to TP. I did not take it. Again, the reason I didn't take the sell on gold, on the higher time frame, we have head and shoulder pattern. So, but I did mention there was possibility for some retracement. The other reversal pattern was for EU. EU also would have hit full TP because this is the same thing we drew yesterday. And then we got the buy right here. So that would have been, I don't know, let's see, it would have hit full TP. So the buy somewhere down there. EU nowadays, I go for 50 pips TP and stop loss, or you can go for 40, but if you did 50, again, full TP for that reversal. I didn't take the gold trade or the EU trade. Same thing for EU. I'm still expecting EU to melt back down, but I just didn't feel comfortable taking especially both trades because they're correlated. But right, if anybody had any other and I think EU rejected one of these trades. If we go back to gold, gold rejected from the 4-hour bullish low also. So this would have been another nice confluence right here to enter that buy. So we had this 4-hour bullish low where gold rejected from. So right, so for me, the most I can do is give you guys my analysis. I've been wrong a bunch of times. So it's just for you to use my analysis. If the reversal makes sense to you, right? Even though I'm not taking it, it doesn't mean that it's not gonna hit. You can always take that. Anyway, looking at where we are at right now, US 30 currently is on this trend line right here. And you can see we have had a bunch of breaks and closures and retests. So again, for any other sell, I would prefer this price to close below the hourly, price on the hourly to close below this trend line to retest and close below. So that's when I would see a nice continuation for a sell. But right now, based off of the price action, we're forming possibly higher lows because this is a lower low. Possibly this will be a higher low or we'll get a higher low someplace here. And if that's the case, then the next stop for US 30 might be somewhere around here, 35,705, and then possibly go back up to the 35,880 area. But right, for me, I'm not in any other US 30 sell. I scaled out of the major sell that I sent to the group yesterday when I was in profit based off of the bullish high and low. So at this point, the only entries I'm in for US 30 is literally this buy and sell, and that's only for my automated account. So it's not a trade I entered manually. So these are the only trades I'm in for US 30. And ideally, it seems like I'll just end up at break even with this account again. So which is better than losing. And I don't trade on Friday. I prefer not to trade on Fridays. And I always mention to you guys to look for Friday trades on Thursday. Yeah, so here for gold, what I'll do, I'll add another trend line on the hourly because we have an established high low. You know what? I don't like this because I like two trend lines, like one at the bottom, one at the top. So I don't like this one right here. As much as it's holding, it's just by itself. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Today might again be another short session. So here for US 30, you can see we have an hourly bearish high. Hourly bearish order block and hourly bullish order block. So to me, these two cancel out. So we are left with the 4-hour bullish order block. So US 30 from here might possibly shift to the upside. And given that it's Friday, I wouldn't be surprised if US 30 keeps pumping. And then they drop it on Sunday or Monday because that has happened before. So I wouldn't be surprised if US 30 keeps pumping to the upside from here. And even on the 5-minute time frame, you can see we have this trend line right here. Yeah, so based off of this, US 30 might keep pumping to the upside. And it would make sense. It's a Friday, and that's what's more likely to happen. If I turn this on, um, we do have some sellers here, but again, I did mention this 2 hourly opposing order blocks would cancel out in my opinion. So yeah, so I do see for at least for today, possibly US 30 keeps pumping. But anyway, I don't trade on Fridays, so I'm out of the markets till possibly next week. Gold, you can see gold is ideally following the same thing. So gold is on this 4-hour bullish zone. And you can see here they're rejecting from this daily bearish zone. So again, if they close above this daily bearish zone, at this point, gold will resume its pump to the upside. Okay, wait, break and retest. So there's this potential entry on EU. You have a break and retest of a major trend line. Anyway, I don't want to trade on Fridays, so I don't want to hold any trades through the weekend. All right. Does anybody have any questions? Right. Yeah. So just observe that and just wait for confirmation. So US 30, I would say to me, this is the overall best entry right here. This sell we get on the daily, and right, consider we're in the mid-range season of US 30, where for the last 7 years, US 30 between, other than in 2022, every other year before then, you've had a sell between July and August, actually other than 2022, and this is 2019. You've had actually 2018 as well. So ideally between June, July, August, those 3 months, you've had a sell in June, July, or August. So in what is this? 2016, it was in June. Actually, wait, the sell was actually in July. The mid-range is just, now that I remember, the mid-range is just the median between the high of the year, the month with the high of the year, and the month with the low of the year. So what here I'm looking for is this sells, like for example, in the month of July, we had this sell here that broke down. This sell wasn't too huge. It was only 18,500 to, so about 300 pips. This one in August as well, 654 to about 700 pips. Looking for July or August. So 24th July, this thing it sold, but then it kept going up in August, sold for 21,900, again for about 400 pips. And then 2018 in August, 25,678 to about 20. So this is about 800 pips or so. So these are the sales in July or August that I'm trying to catch. So that's why I have the mid-range years, and also I'm looking for that sell signal between July and August. So to me, this will be the best entry. But until we get that, either we get that or we get the breakout sell on the hourly during hours that we actually trade. So if I get another sell today at 3 p.m., I'm not going to take it. So for me to take this sell on the hourly, again, it has to be between 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time up to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So nothing after 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or 3, let me just put it at 3 p.m. So nothing after 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time all the way to 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, because that's just manipulation hours and you don't want to be trading then. So you'd rather stay out of the market until the entry comes in. So I'd have loved if this trade or if this sell came up during London session. So that I would have taken it. But when it came up yesterday at 5 p.m. or 4 p.m., that was just a red flag for me. So if there are no questions, then I'll talk to you guys next week. And just a reminder, we won't be having, or we don't have live sessions on Mondays for now, for the near future, because I have other commitments on Mondays. So we'll just be doing Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. All right. Bye guys. See you guys next week.